AI creation platform.
Wait. Like my story? No, not your story, a story. Since you can't keep your mouth shut long enough for me to read my paper, tell me a story. I don't think I know any stories. You don't know any stories? No. All right, I'll tell you a story. This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it, so you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go.
You imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality right now.
What's up, boxing fans? What's up? How y'all doing out there? Thank you for tuning in another edition here at Round 1 Sports TV, where all fights start. All right. Let's talk about this. We got an interesting show. We're going to be talking about the Amanda Serrano fight card, what took place. Oh, shit. Is this... Well, yes, it is. It's playing around in the background. We can't be having that, right? All right, so we're going to be talking about this fight card with Amanda Serrano. And a lot of people took to social media and quickly started comparing Amanda Serrano and Claressa Shields. Now, normally, I don't do this gossip shit, right? But this actually has to pertain to boxing and what they're saying about some of these female boxers. So I don't like the gossip, he say, she say shit. I just like facts. So what we're going to concentrate on today are just facts. And I'm going to pull up all the facts, all interesting things. And at the end of the video, we'll determine who really is the guap. Okay? I don't think that, public opinion or being a fan has anything to do with facts. You could still support your favorite fighter. You could still believe Claressa Shields is the GOAT. Or you could still believe Amanda Serrano's the GOAT. It's up to you. I'm just here to bring you the facts in boxing. And what we try to do in these boxing channels, and I'm not going to speak for everybody else. I'll just speak for myself. And the reason why I want to touch light on this, it's not more because it's race driven or like I just want to prove a point. No, this is what we talk about when they make narratives and lies about fighters to try to boost up fighters. Let's find out which fighter is being boosted up and which fighter is actually the best female fighter we have today. So without any further ado, let's hop right into this episode. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? The GOAT gets to beat Claressa after last night. Really? Is that what you think? Okay, that's what's up. What's up, Edwin? Round 1, how you doing? Salute in the building. As you come into the live stream, please do me a favor, reach down and hit that like button for me. It helps with the visibility of the channel, and it really gets the channel out there to more viewers. So, fight fans. So, last night, Amanda Serrano took to a world stage and she defended her female titles against a worthy opponent, a young 27-year-old gal, let's just say, right? And because, Amanda Serrano is 37 years old coming into the match, and she came into the match as the champion, not as a contender. She was the champion in that division. Now, a lot of speculation and a lot of pointing the finger, fans, you know how fans are going to do. They're going to quickly take to social media and start to compare the two women fighter and, in an attempt to say that their fighter is way better, right? So what I want to do is I say, okay, fine. Opinions aside, opinions are like assholes. We all have opinions, right? Okay. So let's just push that to the side and let's just concentrate on the facts. Here are some of the facts and that we're going to be breaking down here at Round 1 Sports Talk. Let's get into this episode. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, What we're gonna do is we're gonna go down. Hold on, I don't have any images or anything else up. Right? Where is? Okay, wait a second. All of a sudden, I took everything down. Okay. So what are we gonna do here? Let's let's do some research. Let's do a little research here. Bam, 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 bam. All right, check this out. First, let's start here. First of all, before I go, I could pull up the box rec, right? All right, this is what we're gonna do first. All right. When we talk about Claressa Shields and Amanda Serrano and what we saw Amanda Serrano go the distance with her opponent, right? Okay. Then we see Claressa Shields being awarded GOAT status over 3 divisions, all the belts in 3 weight divisions. Cool, right? Now you have to ask yourself one question. How many females are in Claressa Shields' weight division in heavyweight right now, currently, today? So if we were to look that up, today, right? Wait a minute, come on. All right. Why isn't it doing it? All right. How many female heavyweight fighters are there in the heavyweight division currently today?
The WBO female heavyweight rankings, updated July 28th, 2026, list 7 contenders. That's Giovanna Gonzalez, Blessing Chukwueze, Franchon Cruz Dezern, Annie Mazarol, Manelis Blanco, Selena Agu, and Annabelle Honert. Claressa Shields is the undisputed champion, but sits outside the contender list. ESPN's latest rankings from today still have Shields at number 1 in heavyweight.
There are currently today 7 women in her division. 7 women today. No wonder she dropped down to go down to a lower weight division to fight with another division where there are only 52 registered women today. She went up there and got undisputed status for all these vacant belts in a heavyweight division, but there's no fighters in. That's a smokescreen. That's a smokescreen, right? Check this out. On top of that, how much did Claressa Shields make for her fight against K. Scott? $500,000. K. Scott got $52,000. That she had to come up and say, no, I get revenue off different things and the venue. And Claressa, you ain't getting any of that money. No fighter does. Are you out there selling popcorn, t-shirts? You ain't making no deal and trying to feed that to us like the building's giving you a cut. Maybe sponsorships and shit, but that doesn't have nothing to do with the building. You gotta pay to rent the building. How the fuck do you pay to rent the event, but all of a sudden you're getting a cut out of the event and you're walking up on social media trying to tell the people that? Yo, you're stretching it, Claressa. That's a lie. So you made $500,000 off now. If we were talking about money, because that's what seems to be the people's fucking main thing. Okay. How much did Amanda Serrano make in her last fights, her purse?
Amanda Serrano's last fight was against Lucrecia Manzur on August 21st, 2026. No official purse or earnings figures have been reported for that bout yet. For context, her previous fight against Cheyenne Hansen in May 2026 had an estimated purse of around $500,000. Her biggest payday was the July 2025 trilogy fight with Katie Taylor, where reports put her earnings at about $9 million from an $18 million total purse split.
Damn! $9 million from an $18 million. So she got 9 and she got 9. Damn. Okay, Amanda, I see you. How about viewership? Let's see viewership. How many viewers tuned in to last night's fights with Amanda Serrano and Lucretia? I got to add more content. It wants more. Hold on. What was the viewer number in last night's fight against Amanda Serrano?
Amanda Serrano's fight against Lucrecia Manzor last night drew over 3.4 million total views on TikTok. It was the first world title fight streamed live on the platform, and reports from BBC Sport, Bloody Elbow, and Sporting News all cite the 3.4 million figure.
Wow. What was the viewership number for Claressa Shields versus Kay Scott's? What was the viewership numbers for Kay Scott and Claressa Shields? How many people tuned in to watch Claressa Shields and Kay Scott's? The fuck? No information's coming out.
Yeah, she's coming home.
No. How many viewers tuned in to Claressa Shields versus Kay Scott's? That shit won't. No official numbers from their event has been let out. No viewership. Wow. They won't let the number of how many people tuned in for. I wonder why. I don't know if they did 3.4 million. But apparently they're not releasing the numbers to her. Who's trying to hide something? I don't know, but apparently Claressa Shields is a grow. Okay, so let's get back. Let's get into some real deeper details. Because this is deeper, darker criminal link right here, man. Let's see here. Bang, right? Let's go to box rec, right? Claressa Shields box rec. Yeah, why don't we do that? Boom. Right? Boom. Here's the female division right here. Heavyweight. There's no pictures found. There's really no division that exists. Well, Claressa Shields is the champion, but it seems to be she's the only person in the division because there's no listing of any division. As you heard, there's only 7 women currently in the heavyweight division. In the next division, this beautiful lady right here, and there is 26 women right here in the world. She is ranked number 1. There are 26 women in the world ranked in her division. Like that. That's how this works. So, Claressa Shields' undisputed reign at heavyweight, there are 7 women listed today in that division. How hard would that be? Probably the 7 women there don't got the experience you got. Opportunity there, you think? I don't think Amanda Serrano fights in the division with 7 women. With 7 women in the division. Then all of a sudden she goes down and she fights in another division. Here's the beautiful Claressa Shields right here. And she fights in another division where there are 52 women ranked in the entire world. And she beat Kay Scots, which her opponent, let's check her out. This is her opponent. Kay Scots, beautiful, right? 42 years old. That's a good picture, lady. When did you take that, 10 years ago? Listen, 42 years old. She has 0% knockout ratio. 0% knockout ratio. She ain't knocking out nobody. Nobody. And she started her debut career in 2023. What year are we in, people? 2026. Listen, you got less than 3 years boxing experience. You knocked out nobody. Absolutely nobody. You got no power. You got 8 experience. Bouts. Experience. At 42 years old. 42 years old. As a matter of fact, why don't we check out the great growth Claressa Shields phases and opponents? Obviously, Kay Scots is 42. Let's check out the next lady. Here's the vote. We click on it. There she is. U.S. versus U.S. 2 beautiful black women right here. Look at this. Let's check out the age. Oh, 38 years old, 30 years old. So her last fighter she fought was a 38-year-old woman, right? Check it out. Now let's go down the list. That's 2. So the first one was 42. She's 38. Let's go down to the next one. Let's go down to the next one. 37 and 30. This lady is 37 years old. Okay, so we got 42-year-old, 38-year-old, and a 37-year-old in the last 3 fights, right? Let's do one more. Let's do one more because this is exciting. This is excitement because this is the goal right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a goal we're talking about, right? Okay, so Scott's 42. She's 38. She's 37. Come on, man. This girl right here's got to be a young pup, right? We're talking about the growth here, right? Look at her. Let's see, how old were you? 42 years old. And she's 29. 42 years old. So your growth fought a 42-year-old, a 38-year-old, a 37-year-old, and a fucking 42-year-old, and that's your last fight. So let's just stop right there. Because this is getting bad for Claressa, right? Okay, listen. Let's do ourselves a favor. Because since we judge Claressa's last 4 opponents, right, we can only be fair. Here's the beautiful Amanda Serrano, beautiful queen. Okay, Amanda, you are 37 years old. And you're ranked number 1 in the world. Look at this fucking record. 50 fights. 50. 32 knockouts, 4 losses, 32 knockouts. You got a 64% knockout ratio. Well, then why didn't you knock out the girl last night, Amanda Serrano? Why didn't you do that? Let's see round 1. Let's check out her opponent. Let's see, why didn't Amanda, 37 years old, knock out this beautiful lady right here? She's 27 years old, 10 years her senior. Amanda's fighting a 27-year-old girl, right? 27 years old. No wonder you couldn't knock her out. She's crazy. Okay, let's look quick. Because Claressa Shields' opponent was 42 years old and started her entire career at 2023. Oh, shit. She started her debut 2020. She has a 50% knockout ratio. He was hurting Amanda last night. Amanda didn't fight a girl with a 0% knockout ratio. How much more protection do you need? Pillow fist. Right? Amanda fought a girl with a 50% knockout ratio. You fought a girl with a 0% knockout ratio at 42 years old. And you want me to tell me that it was amazing to see you knock her out? How more dressed up could they dress up Claressa Shields? Your opponent is beyond clear-fisted. She ain't knocking out nobody. She's 42 years old. She only has 2.5 years boxing experience. Because I know she didn't start on day one. And you can't make this up. Her last 4 opponents was 42, 38, 37, and 42. Amanda's, this is hers. She is 27 years old. Let's check out Amanda's last few opponents. Why don't we do that? Because if we're going to be critical on Claressa, let's look at Amanda. This is the second girl. Who was the second girl you fought? How old was she? Whoa, that German looks young. 28 years old? And Clarissa's still 37. While being 37, Claressa fought a 27-year-old and a 28-year-old. Still 37, okay? Check it out. Still 37. Look, the next fighter, tell us. The bout. Tell us. 22-year-old. 22. So Amanda's fighting a 27-year-old, a 28-year-old, and a 22-year-old. And she's still 37. You see her age. 3 fighters while still 37 years old. Activity? In the same year, her age has not changed. You notice this shit, right? You're fighting old ladies, sorry ladies, older ladies, and Amanda's defending against the next top female. There's a difference in competition here, people. This is a different level, okay? So if you're the champion in the division, the undisputed champion in a division with 7 fighters, 7 registered fighters in the world, okay, let's see what Amanda Serrano's doing. Because that's when, how much better is she doing it than her? Okay? In Amanda's division, there are 258 registered female fighters, not 7. This is the meat and potatoes of the women's division. These areas, the 3 divisions in between here, are the meat and potatoes. There's a division above it and a division below the division that Amanda is. Those 3 divisions are the best women boxing is going to get. Claressa Shields does not fight in those divisions. She is the GOAT in a division where there's only 7 women registered fighters. That's your GOAT. That's the best female fighter in the world. She fights 42-year-old ladies with no punching power, 0% knockout ratio, right? And you want me to buy that? What are you selling right now? What are you selling? I'm just putting up facts. Just facts, not my opinion, not what I think. This is all on paper. All of it. I bust out what she made. Oh, check it out. It's only right. How much did Claressa Shields make versus Kay Scott, and how much did Kay Scott make?
The Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission disclosed Claressa Shields' purse as $500,000 for the August 15th fight against Kate Scott. Scott's disclosed purse was $54,320. Shields pushed back on social media, saying the $500,000 was just her guaranteed base, and her total earnings include gate revenue, sponsorships, and other event streams. She also mentioned her $8 million multi-fight deal with Salida Promotions and Win Records.
That's cap. That's cap. $8 million contract with Salida Promotion. That's cap. I seen Ryan Garcia sign a $100 million contract with Oscar De La Hoya. Did he ever get the contract? Frontline in the building. My boy, Frontline, good to see you. Good to see you.
Jesus Christ. I was wondering how long it was going to take for you to let me up here.
Damn, I didn't see you in the corner there. I didn't have it up. I'm sorry. Until you did the private chat that I saw it pop up, I said, oh shit, look at Frontline.
I sent you
Yo,
like 5 of
Frontline, what
them.
it do? How you doing, brother?
What's happening? Bro, I've been freaking
Yeah,
busy as shit.
I was quickly in a deep thought, so let me just get this out before we start kicking in and talking real quick. Salido's
Yo,
promotion in this mysterious contract that Claressa Shields has for $8 million. I seen Ryan Garcia sign a contract with Golden Boy for $100 million. He never got the $100 million, right? You could say whatever you want. I don't think Salido Promotions got $8 million to play Claressa
well,
Shields. They,
here's the way those contracts work. You notice when they say 100 million or 8 million,
yeah,
they
it's
don't have the word guaranteed.
mm-hmm,
So here's where the stipulation falls in. When a contract is written, they'll say you can make up to 100 million, but you have to meet these criterias. You know what I'm saying? So, for an example, Ryan Garcia, I'll give you $100 million for the next 3 fights, but each fight you have to sell out here, you have to sell this much, you have to whatever the stipulations are. That's where the total will equal
mm-hmm,
out to whatever the contract is for.
mm-hmm,
Devin Haney had a contract with Turkey for whatever the number was. They don't have to give it to you all at one shot. They can give it to you broken down per fight. One fight, they can
right,
say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you 1 million for this fight. The next fight, I'll give you 70 million, and then the remaining balance would be on your last fight if it's a 3 fight
right,
deal, whatever." These contracts could be tricky, and everybody stays stuck on the actual number. They don't go,
mm-hmm,
into the deeper thought of what's in the contract. Okay, it's a hundred
right.
million dollars, but what are we as the fans getting for $100 million? Are we
Right.
getting
And the
five
thing
fights,
is,
3 fights, 2 fights?
right. I'm not sure if you've been in because I know you've been working a lot. So I'm not sure if you've been to the boxing streets lately. But that's the
No.
same thing that AJ's going through right now. He wasn't even paid for his last fight because it was a 2 fight deal. And until you complete, now Ed Hearn is coming out saying, well, why don't you pay us for this one first? And then we'll talk about the other because Ed Hearn doesn't like that they're taking the fight out of the UK and they're bringing it to New York. And that wasn't in the initial contract for the 2 fight deal. So
Right.
allegedly, AJ still hasn't even gotten paid. And that's what I mean. You can say anything in these contracts and say the number, but until you complete the contract, there has to be stipulations. Now, Saliba don't got no $8 million, period, for Claressa Shields. Not period.
Hey,
Okay?
your
She
mic
ain't
your
made,
mic is your mic is coming in like kind of in and out muffled.
is it?
I mean, it was sounding clear at one point, but when you start moving, it like muffles out. Um,
Oh, maybe because I'm putting my hand in the way of it. So,
but listen, let me
so,
catch up with the chat real quick. Angel
yeah, do that. Do
Valenzuela,
that.
the quote got to be Clarissa after last night. I disagree. I'm just someone. Shout out to I'm just someone. Shout out to Angel Venezuela. What's up, Edwin Ramon? Salute. Dave's real says Clarissa needs to focus on fighting someone her age and younger with more than 5 fights. Then she can talk with her little 3 knockouts. Bulbos is in the building. Buenos dias, round one. Richard Espada in the building says, Saludo Edwin. Dave's Real says, Gabriela Fandora is better and more entertaining than Clarence. Richard says, Amanda no me dio el KO. Combine that with YouTube views, says Bulbos. Angel says, Amanda fought a 14-4 fighter and got whooped by a power jab hook. Bulbo says, low key, that fight could have been a draw. Angel says numbers were that low. Laughing emoji. I'm just someone says I don't know why they had that fight in California when Amanda's fans are mostly in New York, Philly, and Puerto Rico. Dave's Real says Musty Clarissa had her 3 knockouts. Amanda's opponent had 7. Haha. Dave's Real says Gabriel Fondola has more as well. Clarissa fights nobody. Says I'm just someone. Jared says Clarissa is a hater of sport. and she looks bad. Rolly called her out on her BS. MVP card was
Oh,
good,
he
says
did.
Jared. Um, Richard said, Edwin no lee los comentarios. That's why I'm here, Richard. That's why I'm here to read them and catch up with them. Bobo says, catch up.
Oh, he got a
Los
phone
tres,
call.
los tres.
Oh,
No, no, I'm here.
all right. You're cutting out a little.
Hold on. I'm get out and come back in.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, man. So far, just answering and touching up on a couple of your comments and shit. Thank God Funline came in because I keep going right. Um, but to touch up on you guys' his comments, man. These were my points that I were bringing up. I'm not bashing Claressa Shields at all. I'm not bashing her. I'm not. You know, I. The only reason why I came to this topic, in fact, you know, add to the screen. Yes. Boom. Yeah, there you are,
Hear me now?
Funline.
You hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
All right. Richard is making his early Nostradamus predictions. He says he's got Rolly, Hernandez, and Santillan, all three by decision.
All three by this. You
Uh,
got Hernandez by decision. Okay.
that's what he got. Let me see who we got here. Miss B says another show hating on Clarissa.
No, no, no. Not. We're not hating on Claressa. We're not hating on Claressa.
Pop.
Funline's having a little bit of difficult. Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, but we're not hating on
Hold
Claressa
on.
at all.
Hold on.
We're
Hold on. I think
just. Yeah, you're having issues right now, Funline. What we're doing is coming to the defense of the hate that Clarissa's putting out on them. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Claressa Shields and her fans comparing themselves against all other women fighters. We would never be in this situation. Remember, Amanda Serrano never came out and said she was better than Claressa Shields until the noise got too loud that she had to speak up. I feel that most of us are just fans that now are speaking up against the big bad wolf, Claressa Shields. And then when we speak up against her, now we're a hating channel. So we're supposed to sit here and allow Claressa Shields to say all these things about everybody else. But God forbid if you say anything back about Claressa Shields now, Claressa Shields has a lot to say, plenty. And even Rolly on social media checked her. Rolly, man, said a lot of important things in that interview. First, he trolled her and said that she must have a crush on him. But the most important thing that Rolly pointed out, I think went over a lot of people's heads. Rolly said, Clarissa, in fact, what you're doing is you're hurting female boxing. You're putting into the mind of the female viewer that you can actually beat a man. You're going to have females and men arguing back and forth about a fight that actually will never take place, about a man beating potentially on a woman. That's what you want to put in the image of the fans of the females. That's where you want to put them in the mindset of controversy. See, men don't go and say, "I can beat Claressa Shields." We don't say that. But yet Claressa Shields wants to disrespect one of the champions, Rolly. And Rolly pointed out, you guys might think that this is nothing. But what she's actually doing, she's putting in the mind of females and they're arguing with other men. And the majority of the fans in boxing are men fans. And you're going to have men fans thinking about this, about female boxing. It's going to turn them off. Why do we want a man to hit a woman? Ain't we raised not to respect women? But Claressa Shields, she's going around. It's okay for her to say, "I can beat up a man," and give you a full debt in how she's going to do it. That's okay. Now, if Rolly turns around and says, "I'll knock her out," listen, why are you putting this into the fans' minds? Why don't you say, "I want to fight the top female and I want to continue proving my dominance in female sports"? When Rolly said that shit, I was taken back. I was like, "Oh shit, it's deeper." And Rolly sees that. Why are you trying to like discredit men? We're the majority of the people. Men are the majority of the fan base in boxing, and you're trying to kill that, Claressa. You're trying to kill that by disrespecting us. I don't know what Claressa Shields' angle is. And then she fights with all the other females. Listen, I'm not saying Claressa has to play nice. She can say that she's the best, right? But she doesn't have to embellish the truth in order to down all the other females. Katie Taylor, all of them. No one's on her level, according to her. But remarkably, the numbers say otherwise. The viewership, Amanda had it higher. Payday, Amanda's higher. Paydays on the highest paid ever female event, Amanda has it. The records. 7 divisions, Amanda got it. Defending the belt against the top competition, not ducking no smoke, Amanda. You're fighting 42-year-old, 38-year-old, 37, and a 42-year-old in just your last 4 fights. And you're dressing her up, and you want me to think that she's what? I have to go along with it? Why? Why? Because in her attendance in her fight, she had a bunch of boxers in attendance and a couple rap artists. So now she is the coacher because a bunch of boxers showed up to her fight and a bunch of rap people. What does that mean? 3.4 million just on TikTok, never mind YouTube and other platforms, tuned into that Amanda fight. And boy, was I entertained. You know why? Because I actually saw a fight, not a one-sided beatdown against a girl that had 0% knockout ratio. I didn't see a one-sided fight. I saw competition. That girl took it to Amanda from the first round, bro. What did round 1 say? I gave that girl all the credit in the world for stepping to Amanda like that. That second Amanda Serrano, bro. That girl wasn't in there to lay down. That girl fought her heart out. She was fucking catching Amanda, bro. And that's saying something, because Amanda's the best. She's getting up there in age, man, and she was getting caught. She wasn't making the right adjustments, man. This girl, Amanda was, I think the girl's speed, she was getting to Amanda a lot faster than Amanda thought. Amanda thought she had time, and the girl was reminding her round by round, no, you don't, I'm still fast. And Amanda weathered the storm and took over the fight. In the live, I got receipts. I was telling y'all, is this going to be another case of Oscar De La Hoya giving away the last 3 rounds to Felix Trinidad? And sure enough, round by round, Amanda took the last rounds, bro. He took them all. And I can't say that it was a draw, right? Because I wouldn't have went with a draw. Because we know, in a close fight, who gets the nod? The champion gets the champion nod. It wasn't no draw. Amanda beat her. She defended her belts. In a fucking competitive matchup, not a one-sided. Then all of a sudden, I'm not gonna say Claressa Shields is cheating. I'm not gonna say that, right? But this is out on social media, so I'm just going to address it. I see you, Frontline. Okay, I'm just gonna address it, right? In the post-fight conference, when Claressa Shields won, ironically, she never took off her gloves. She never took off her gloves. She went to the press with her little girl right here sitting down, which I think is actually like her niece. These are her sister's kids, and she adopted them, right? Because I don't think Claressa has any kids of her own. So, she got her daughter on, and she's got the gloves on. When they zoomed in on the glove, did you see that line? There was like 3 lines like on the gloves. I've never seen that on a boxing glove in my life. Right? When I saw Tyson Fury's gloves, I knew there was some tampering. There was some padding taken out. Though, come on, man. You can see that shit. Then I was sitting there wondering, Claressa, why haven't you taken off your gloves yet? Why hasn't the athletic boxing committee cut your wraps off and inspected the gloves and inspected the wraps? She was literally on the fucking post conference with her gloves still on. And I kind of found that a little odd. I'm not accusing her of nothing, but damn it, when's the last time you ever saw a fighter go to the post conference with everything? They usually go back to the locker room, take a shower, get changed, and come back, sit there and do the interview. Claressa still got the same shit she was in the ring with the gloves on and everything. Yo, I found that odd, man. Found that really. I was looking at it. I was like, the fuck is going on here?
Listen,
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
catch
man.
up. I'm
Frontline.
gonna catch up with the chat real quick, but I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
ask you something, and I want to see all these Clarissa sexuals in the chat. What did you guys think about the Mexican lady and the Denmark girl? Do you think that the Denmark girl actually won? That Mexican whooped that girl's ass.
Bro, are you? Oh my God, that was a robbery. You're talking with Roxy, Rocky, Roxy. Listen, that
You the
everybody
not
in
the
the chat was saying that was a robbery.
not the co-main, but the one the
Yes,
the one before the co-main. That little
yes,
Mexican lady whooped the shit.
that's Roxy.
Yes. Now let me catch up with these people because
Yep.
they think that
Go
we're
ahead.
throwing a lot of hate at Clarissa. We're just calling out the
I'm not
obvious.
throwing hate on Clarissa at all. At all. I love her, man.
We
She's doing a
got
lot of great things. Go ahead, read the chat.
we got We Fight. Shout out to We Fight. Dwayne Styles in the building. We Fight says if Shields was a Puerto Rican, you'd be talking way differently. False, and I'm gonna
Stop.
tell you why. Because
Stop.
I'm gonna
Stop.
get
Wait,
on.
wait, wait, wait,
I'm gonna
wait,
get
wait.
on them.
I want that. I need that. I need this one, Frontline. I need this one.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Right? Let me tell you something right now, brother. How about this? Fuck if Clarissa Shields was a Puerto Rican. Would I be cheering her on? How about this? How about if we take Clarissa Shields' picture and Amanda Serrano's picture and we switch resumes? How about that? How about you give Amanda Serrano everything Clarissa Shields accomplished, and you give Clarissa Shields everything Amanda accomplished, right? Tell me, if Amanda Serrano had Clarissa Shields' resume, would she be considered a GOAT with 7 divisions in the thing? And if you had Clarissa Shields with over 50 professional fights and 32 big weight knockouts in 7 divisions, would you say that she's a GOAT with 50 fights? That would be Clarissa Shields' thing. So fuck what it is about skin color. Let's just be honest. If we was to flip their resumes and you gave Clarissa Shields Amanda's resume, that would solidify her as the GOAT in your mind. There would be no way on God's green earth Amanda with Clarissa's resume, she would be considered the GOAT. You guys would tear that resume apart. The only reason why you don't tear Clarissa's resume apart is because you're a fan. You don't need to look at who you idolize. You already idolize them. But I guarantee you, you take the both pictures and you flip them and you give each other the resume, bro, you guys will never, and I mean this. You said if Clarissa Shield was Puerto Rican, Amanda Serrano, how did he say it? He said if Clarissa Shield
If
was Puerto
Clarissa was
Rican,
if
we
Clarissa
were
was Puerto
wrong, right?
Rican, you wouldn't be talking the
Bro,
same way.
listen, if Amanda Serrano was a sister, would she be your GOAT? Absolutely. Absolutely. If Amanda Serrano's name was Clarissa Shields and she was a sister, I'm telling you right now, she would be the best female boxer to ever exist in your mind.
Hey, Ashley Knuckles has a question. Besides Katie Taylor, name the other known Hall of Fame fighters Serrano beat. I'll wait.
Okay. Name me Hall of Fame fighters that Claressa beat. I'll wait because Amanda got Katie Taylor at least.
Well, no, hold on. They're comparing feminine boxing against masculine boxing, and you can't do
Yeah.
that.
There are no like real women Hall of Fame fighters. It'll be fairly easy for them to get in and shit. I mean,
Yeah,
Tebow, they're fucking. She's been female boxer for 2 years. She got 2 belts. That's good enough. She's probably going. You know what I mean? It's not gonna take too much. Like
shout out,
Clarissa
shout out
Shields.
to Jose Melendez watching from Facebook. Says unfortunately, when it comes to boxing and some other contact sports, people when they get to the stage of undefeated with a good amount of fights, they either go to into every fight laying out on their line, or they play it safe and duck their way to the end.
Yeah,
Factual statement.
most of them, but the special ones don't do that, as we're starting to see. Naoya Inoue, on the end of his career, instead of the competition going down, it's going up. He just fought Junto Nagatani, undefeated 3 division world champion, unified champion, power puncher, young kid. His competition going up, and that's what I mean. And what my man here said, and sometimes their competition's going down. Amanda Serrano's competition's going up. She fought a 27-year-old girl. Claressa
Now,
Shields, she's fighting a 42-year-old girl because she's at the end of her career, so she wants to play it safe. She's fighting a
now
girl
I'm
with 0% knockout ratio.
we're,
Fuck
we're
out of
gonna be
here.
honest here though. We're gonna be honest here. Amanda's performance last night wasn't her best at all. Did I feel she won? Absolutely. Did I feel that she performed her best? Absolutely not. Now, you guys gotta understand, Amanda's at the end of her career. Amanda has given the sport of feminine boxing the very best. What more can you ask for from a fighter? What is she now? I don't even know her age, but she's got to be
She's
almost in her
37.
40s.
She's
Yeah, almost in her
37.
40s. I mean, what more can you ask for somebody who's had 50 something fights? You know what I'm saying? I think it was 58 fights or something like that, 54, 50
She has
something.
50 fights. She's 50 and 32 with 4 losses.
Okay, so she's got 54 fights. So
50,
54
50,
fights.
50.
She's got 50 wins,
Yes.
4 losses. So that's 50 fights.
Yeah, I
That's
get what you're
54
saying.
fights that she's got. Now, Clarissa's got what, 14, 16, somewhere around that range, 18 maybe? Hasn't even hit 20 fights yet.
Yeah. Clarissa Shields right now, she has, what is she her record is 19 and 4
19 wins with 4 knockouts, right?
with 4 knockouts.
Okay, so she's under 20 fights.
Yes.
And if you look at her
And
resume,
she's 31 years old.
so she
She's
hasn't
31
accomplished
years old and she
shit.
hasn't even cracked 20 fights.
My point. That's my point.
Yeah, but this is the GOAT.
But
This is the best female
she,
fighter that to do it. This is what they're saying.
here's what it is. Here's what it is. They're calling her the GOAT for the simple fact that she came out with that catchy phrase. Nobody's ever considered themselves the GOAT. So she came out calling herself the GOAT, and everybody ran with it.
Everybody ran with it. Everybody ran. She's the self-proclaimed GOAT. She made up she had a catchy phrase and she ran with it. The
Hey,
problem
can you do me a
is
solid? Pull up
yeah,
Clarissa's resume on the screen for me, please.
say no more. Your wish is my command. It's right there.
Scroll down.
Where do you want?
Keep going. That's her last fight right there, right?
K Scott's right here.
Okay.
The girl she fought, I'll
So
pull it. I'll
7
pull
fights.
her
No,
up.
no, 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 no. You don't have to click on it. 7 fights total. Five, if I can see correctly, because it's kind of small on the screen.
Six fights total.
No, 5 wins, one loss, and one draw. So that's 6 fights.
Oh shit, yeah, the one draw.
I
Okay,
mean,
yep,
7 fights. Sorry, seven.
yep,
Let's go down to the next one. 10
yep,
wins, 2 losses,
yep.
right? 11 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. Okay.
5-0.
5 wins. Okay, 5-0. Keep going. 2 and what? What does that say? I can't see. You're going too fast.
Okay,
Right there.
7-1,
Okay.
16-5,
Keep going.
12-0, 21-0,
Okay.
17-0.
Now, out of all these records that we're looking at, which one of them, of anyone in her resume, which ones are Hall of Famers according to what you call it? Name
Oh
one of those
no.
fighters that's a Hall of Famer. Name one.
Okay, Savannah Marshall. She's probably. I would think Savannah Marshall out of all of them.
Okay, that's one.
Let's see.
Let's keep.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Savannah Marshall. Look, she's got the IBF, the WBO. She's pretty accomplished as a
Okay, so that's
champion.
that's one. That's one.
Yeah,
Let's
I
let's
can. I
let's
can
let's.
probably give her that. Yeah. That, as
Okay,
soon as
so
I
who?
saw
And then
Savannah Marshall, I was like, yeah, she's gonna. She's definitely.
okay, who else? Give me another one.
Oh shit. Uh Damn, these girls are not they're not these girls. She lost for that. She didn't never won it. Oh, she got it right here. The WBC, the WBO. She did win a championship. She
Okay.
defended them. She had a little run.
Okay, so let's
She
count her as the let's count her.
I don't know. No, I don't know if she goes to the Hall of Fame for that shit for one division.
Listen, for shits
I
and
don't.
giggles, we're gonna give it to her. That's two. That's two.
I don't. Shit.
No, I know we're being generous here. We're being generous. That's two.
Extremely generous.
No, that's fine, but that's two. Okay, let's go. Who else?
Uh, no.
She lost 3 in a row after
Shit.
she ain't
No.
shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
So we're giving so far two. Count her.
Uh-oh. We got somebody right here. Man, these women be fighting. They'll be putting all these. Look at this. She fought for a vacant global boxing, a vacant IBA boxing. Look at a vacant I know they just be putting names on titles. Now gonna be all vacant. Like Claressa Shields run the majority of her belts. Like, okay, for instance, let's just look at Claressa. Let's focus on Claressa Shields, right? If you look at Claressa Shields and you look at her resume, right? For like, the belts that she won, like, you see, this is crazy right here. You see, they be helping Claressa a lot, bro. Damn, bro. See, like right here, look. She fought for the vacant IBF. She fought for the vacant WBO on the same night. The organizations put two vacant belts on the line in the same night. And since this doesn't get worse, because you would also have to see if the WBA was in attendance and if it was also vacant. So, like, she would have fought for three vacant world titles in this fight on one night. That's how they did Claressa Shields' career. You see, like, a lot of the fights were for vacant belts. Two vacant belts here, look. Another one, another one, another one. And then, like I said, the WBA is not here listed. So it would be like another vacant belt here, another vacant belt here. There would probably be a vacant belt here, another one that you would have to add here or in here, like that. And I don't think they gave her credit for these vacant belts right here. I think they just gave her full status because it was a new division. So the belts weren't actually vacant because nobody was the champion. But in a sense, they were vacant because you didn't have someone you was fighting for the belt for, like type shit. Then they dressed up the other girl and they made an event, for Claressa Shields. So in actuality, she would be the first. You know what I'm saying? So the belts ain't actually vacant, but they were never actually competed for. You just opened a new division type shit. You know what I'm saying? So all those belts were kind of like vacant. You feel me? But technically, they don't have to put that in because she's the first type shit like that. So like, it's man, listen. And then when you look at Amanda Serrano's like, run and her you look at her like a fighter like Amanda, okay, what Claressa Shields has actually as a boxing like a female accomplished that is fucking remarkable are those 2 gold medals, man. Those fucking 2 gold medals are strong as fuck, boy. You know what I'm saying? And you can't take that away from Claressa, man. She's a 2-time gold medalist. But the problem is that look, right in there's not enough women in this division. Look at all the belts are vacant. And I did this earlier, and you come down and you look at the division and you realize there's only 26 registered women fighter in the world. Right now at heavyweight, there's only currently 7 women. 7. And you expect me to take divisions that Claressa fought in with 26 women, 7 women, and you want me to be blind by a fighter that's fighting in the bulk, in the heart of female boxing, where that in her division, she's fighting 258 fighters. How is it that I gotta honor your run in a division with 7 fighters over a girl that's actually has a division with competition in it that has been established? In fact, I talked about this yesterday. I love Claressa Shields and everything, but she's dogging everybody, right? And it's kind of unfair because I think that Katie Taylor is definitely above her. I think she might be above Amanda. She's got 3 wins on Amanda, bro. I can't take that away from that. No matter what my feelings are. But I don't even think Claressa Shields is above that woman. And if Amanda Serrano currently today, as boxing goes, if Amanda Serrano has the highest gate out of all female fighters, then how is it that Claressa is better? If more viewers are tuning in to the Amanda fight than they did with Claressa Shields, how is Claressa Shields the face of women's boxing? You understand? I'm just bringing up the numbers. I'm asking how. If Amanda's winning in all categories, the only thing that she's not beating you is in these made-up divisions that they don't even got pictures for. That's how you're winning. You're in a division that it currently doesn't exist. It hasn't evolved. And here's the problem with Claressa Shields, right? This is my biggest fear, right? Although we're going back and forth from the women, let's be honest. I don't want them to beat Claressa Shields' record because she's an American fighter. So since she's an American fighter, I want our girls or our guys to be on top. Yes, I do. Okay? And since she represents America, I want her records to stand the test of times, just like I want Amanda's. Okay? Because the UK, Japan, if they're on top, they're going to let you know. We're competing at the end of the day, so that's my girl, right? The problem that I got with Claressa Shields is she only got 19 fights and 4 knockouts, and she's at 31 years old. Meaning, all this that she did, like if you go to Wikipedia and you look up Claressa Shields, and we bring her up, and you look at her, everything that she has done throughout her amateur and professional career, has defeated 14 opponents, 2 by KOs, and world title fights. She has a record of 8-1 against current or former world champions. So if you wanted to answer the question, he fought 8 former or current world champions. She knocked out 1. So Claressa has fought 8 women that were champions at one time. There's the answer to your question. She has 2 gold medals. 2 gold medals, right? Okay, here's the problem. Here's the problem. You see this right here? Look at the Rio Games, the Pan Am American Games. Wow, she did a lot. Claressa's a fucking dog. Look at this shit. Okay, this is what I want to get to. These are regular and minor world titles that she had. She had the WBC silver. She had the WBAN. These are the major world titles that she has right here. These are all the major world titles that she actually had, right? So these are the ones that count. At the end of the day, all those other belts that you see next to her and shit, they make it look, like these are all world titles. These are actually the belts that she had. The WBC, the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC are all the belts that she had. So it says right here. Damn, man. Fucking Claressa, man. Her records are not going to last. They're not going to last, man. 5 years from the day she retires, most of her records are already be down. Except the 2 gold medals. You can't take that away from her. But as you can see right here, as I start to breaking down and reality starts to set in, she only has 1 title defense, 1 right here, 2 right here, 2 right here, and 1 right here. Her runs are mostly 1s. There's more 1s than there are 2s, aren't there? Right? That means you own the only woman, the only thing the other girl got to do is have 3. And she passes Claressa Shields. All she needs is to have titles in those divisions. Claressa only has 1 fight defense in it. Once she gets the belts, the next girl in line, all she needs to do is 2. And your record is gone, Claressa. The bar is set too low. Your accomplishments are paper thin. They're big because it's the first woman to do it. But as soon as the female divisions starts to unravel, once women boxing really takes off, there's going to be more women in the division in the future. And in the future, it's not going to take much to diminish everything Claressa did. And that's where I feel saddened. Fuck the shit talking all to the side. It's your opinion who you think is better between Claressa and Amanda. If you like Claressa, stay with Claressa. If you like Amanda, stay with Amanda, right? I'm not here to bash the ladies. But at the end of the day, I want our records to be strong. Like Mayweather. You think that fucking what that Japanese dudes, those records ain't gonna stand the test of times? We're gonna need an American to step up and beat that shit. Because he's gonna go down in the record books with that. Mayweather got the most champions out of any boxer in history. That's an American record. That's ours. Beat that shit first. You can dress up Manny Pacquiao all you want. He ain't beating Floyd in his record. I don't care. You did not fight more than 26 world champions. Period. You got to have the credentials. You got to have the belts. You got to have accolades. And Claressa has the accolades. They're just paper thin. It's not going to take much for a Russian girl to come out of nowhere, or UK girl. You know how the UK likes to rub it in America that they've been the heavyweight champion in men's boxing for fucking years. and that U.S. don't got no more great heavyweights. They be talking shit to us. All competitive. I love it. True. U.S., we can take a little criticism. We need to wake the fuck up and get one of our young guys to this heavyweight championship, right? But now you got the U.S. once again. They're the best in the heavyweight women's division. Give it a second. All of a sudden, there's not going to be no more Claressa Shields. It's going to be a bunch of UK, fucking Russian, and all them girls. And they're going to come through in a short period of time. They're going to wipe out all Clarissa's records. You know why? Because every time in the next wave, what do they try to do? They try to make somebody to surpass the last person. If any girl comes out to have anything like the skills of Claressa Shields or better with a little bit more power, what do you think they're going to do to promote her? They're going to put her in the big fight to see if she can do it. And if she happens to do it, all she has to do is fight two people in the division. She passed Claressa there. The next division, two people. She passed her there. The next one, three people. She passed her there. The next one, three people. She passes her there. And the last one, just one person. She passes her there. Do you find that hard to do? Like, no woman is going to be able to do that, ever in the history of boxing. When we think about how long your records are going to stand, when do you think the next man is going to unify all four belts and three separate weight divisions in the men's division? When's the next time you think you'll see something like that? You'll probably be dead. You'll probably not see that in our lifetime again. We're probably not going to. That's a record that's going to last probably 100 years. The odds for somebody to do that shit, the great Naoya Inoue can't do that. You got all the stars got to be aligned in the right. The guy up there had to have four belts. All the stars in the challenge that he says yes. That, my friends, I don't think that record is going to be broken. And what record? Who has that record? The Americans. We don't got the heavyweight championship of the world. We haven't had it for quite some time. So you know what? UK, Russia, Brazil, Puerto Rico, all you guys, every one of you, y'all listening, right? That's our record. Break it. Break it. Let me see you do it. Talk is cheap. We have those records. And it's fucking, when you look back at the best records, what country has the best records in boxing? Who has the most world champions? Us. All right? But you know how boxing is. It goes like this. Up and low. You have your highs and your lows. One day your country will be up. One day it'll be down. One day you'll be back up again. That's how boxing. Don't take it personal. You feel me? And I want Claressa to keep these records, man. I want her to have these records. I actually don't mind that. You know, I never really pushed back on it. Right? But it's something that now is getting to the point where what are we scared to address it? To actually tell the truth. Nothing that was said here tonight was made up. Not one thing. Everything, I checked all my faxes. I put them on with you. I let them play. I put up the red. What did I say that was like hating? What did I ever say that was hating? That Claressa doesn't say to everybody else. That's why if you don't want scrutiny, don't start none. Don't start none, won't be none. We're only talking about this. Why? Because Claressa Shields wanted us to talk about it. This was her plan the entire time. Claressa Shields is the one that attacked Amanda Serrano. Claressa Shields is the one that attacked Alicia Bumgarner and physically assaulted her. Claressa Shields is the one that attacks Katie Taylor. Claressa Shields that attacks Jackson. All of the female fighters. This is Claressa Shields' doing. So remember, when you point fingers, you have 3 fingers pointed back at you. And this day was going to come. They were going to say, okay, Claressa, you have a lot to say about everybody. Well, let's see how, since you're the second coming of Christ, right, in boxing, the glow, well, let's see what you're about. Since you like to point out everybody else's mistakes, mishaps, and say that you're this, you're that, okay, you need to know that they were going to check you out. That's where you needed to be solid. That's where, so when people go check you out, you go, yup, what'd you see? That's right, I'm the best. But then when you start to see it, 7 women in your division, the division's really not even an official division. Then you had to leave that division. Shit, you're so embarrassed of it, they don't even got a picture of you. You got to go down a freaking fight, K. Scott's, with 0% knockout ratio. Literally 0%. 42 years old. And somehow I had to agree to that and stamp her the GOAT. Why? Because I'm an American? And I got to show, yeah, America taught me we attack each other. They ain't no fucking love and fucking in America like that. Nah. If the fucking Celtics are in town and the Lakers are playing, we choosing sides. Those are 2 American basketball teams. This is what we do. So don't get your panties in a bunch. Oh, round 1, talking bet. No. This is what we do. Yeah, fucking go watch Love and Hip Hop. I don't know what to tell you. America is built on controversy. Take it and strive. Don't get fucking emotional. Listen, let me tell you something right now. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. You have 2 options right now. Either confront the truth or bury it and stay in the lie. Your choice. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Because I guarantee you right now, if you take fucking Claressa Shields' picture and you put it above Amanda Serrano's resume, give Claressa Shields 50 fights with 32 knockouts. Give Claressa Shields that. 7 divisions with 32 knockouts. Give her that. Is she not the best female fighter to ever live? If that's Claressa Shields' record, all Amanda's accomplishments, her entire record, and you give Amanda Serrano Claressa Shields' resume, Amanda would not be the best with Claressa Shields' resume. Because you would be looking at Claressa Shields' numbers, which would be Amanda's numbers, and you would be saying, round 1, Claressa got 50 professional fights with 7 divisions and 32 knockouts, and Amanda got a fucking bullshit title run in a division that don't exist for a 3rd weight division, and you want me to think that that Puerto Rican is better than her? That's exactly what you would say. Get the fuck out of here, bro. If the tables were reversed. Claressa would go down in women boxing history as the real GOAT with Amanda Serrano's resume. Why isn't Amanda considered the GOAT with her own resume? Yo, people, man. Listen, public opinion, man. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just here to show you the true value, and why can't you just love Claressa but respect Amanda? Now that you've seen this for yourself, say, round 1, you know what? Amanda's not that bad. It was Claressa trying to fucking dog out the other girls, And shout out to Amanda. I still like Claressa. I still think she's the best for me because she's our fighter. I can respect that. I can respect that. Now you're just coming out and saying, look, Amanda, let Amanda be Amanda, Claressa be a Claressa, and I'm a Claressa Shields fan. Nice to meet you. I'm round one. Support Claressa. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Why are we here right now? Ask yourself, why? Who was the one that was saying, I'm this, I'm that? Who? Wasn't Amanda. Look, man, it's all objective. If you want to show support because she's American, she's with the culture, she's this, she's that. It's okay for the brothers and the sisters to be like, I'm going to support her either way because she's a black sister. They can come out and say that. But if I say I'm going to support Amanda because she's Puerto Rican, oh, you're being favoritism. You're picking Amanda because she's Puerto Rican and you're Puerto Rican. But ain't that what you're doing? Ain't that exactly what you're doing? No, it's like they're standing behind the curtain saying, don't look at me. And I'm walking up and I'm opening up the curtain. No, if I'm on this side, you better come on this side with me. Because I don't got no problem showing my support. But how are you going to show support and then hide? No, be honest. Say it what it is. I'm supporting her because she's black and I'm black. I can respect that. But don't say I'm supporting her because I'm just supporting her and you just happen to be a black person. So, but if I happen to be a Puerto Rican and support Amanda, I'm biased. How do you guys let these people put you in a box? How do you guys do this? There's no way you can put me in a box like that. That is a weak argument. I won't allow it. I hope you won't allow no one to put you in a box. This ain't about no goddamn race. We're people. We're human beings. You can have pride, whatever you want. That's you, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with being prideful. But just admit it. Admit it. You know, I don't know why people are feeling some kind of it's this fucking place. It's this world, ain't it? Got us feeling all kinds of different fucking ways. We gotta figure out our feelings and our emotions and what's right and wrong and this and that and what we can say and we can't say. Are we saying little people still? What's going on? The world got you on acronyms and they want you to fucking identify as this. Well, motherfucker, identify as a Stealth 1 helicopter with heat-seeking missiles. That's what I identify myself as. Man, don't feed me that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of this place, man. Like, I gotta be in there and say him, her, sir. Man, get my goddamn coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen, man. This shit's getting ridiculous. Sometimes I go outside, man, and the world got me feeling like, you know, I'm in fucking in the Stone Age. I'm out here saying shit. We can't say that anymore. Shut the fuck up, Karen. Yo, just mind your business and go over there. How about that? I don't want to hear your fucking opinion about everything I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm out in public, like, man, like, yo, listen, man, like the world is changing, man. Stay out my business, I'll stay out yours. How about that? You know, like, don't tell me what I can say and can't say. We don't say that anymore. You think you got the power over me to tell me what I can and cannot say? Are you okay? You're literally standing there trying to bully me by telling me that I can't say a word, right? That's actually me, I have to bend to your way. I would have to conform to what you say. That's a form of being a bully. You're stopping me from speaking in my interpretation or expression. Now all of a sudden we can't say F-bombs no more. We're going backwards because the American standard got so low that we did see as a society, yo, we gotta like stop. So like certain things I agree we shouldn't be saying, right? But everything, I mean, it's getting bad. Like I understand the certain things, yo, you shouldn't just say don't say that, right? I get it. But they're going too far with it. Him, her, fucking he, ha, who, fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? We're going too far. Midgets are now little people. Like, you can't say, and like, it is getting ridiculous, man. Like the Karens out there in the world are fucking winning, B. And they're like coming into everything. It's like in boxing. We want it to be violent aggression, but when we talk shit, don't say though. You shouldn't have said that. Oh my God, he punched me in the face. Oh my God. What the fuck is happening? Yes, punch him in the face in the press conference. You might sell another 20,000 tickets. Like, what, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit's getting like whack and shit. And if you think because of the fact that I said a couple things about, oh my God, now round one is a Claressa Shields, man, go fuck yourself. If you can't take criticism, if you can't hear me speak about your girl, if she was so strong as a champion, what I say should have no effect to you and her. Why is it that you're going to have to address? You know why? Because round one talks facts. And facts over feelings. Facts over feelings, baby. And I'm pointing out my concerns, what I don't like, what I do like. You'll get it all. I'm going to give it to you, everything in a nutshell. If you stick around long enough, you'll hear me talk the positives, the negatives, what I think, everything. I love Claressa Shields, man. I love what she's doing. I think she's good for the sport. I don't care where you view her. I think she's a very exciting person, a big player in female boxing, and female boxing needs that. Period. End of discussion right there. Now, what she did throughout her run or comparing her to other fighters, that's where the conversation goes a little bit to the personal side for some people, not for me. Then the third part is her legacy. What she leaves behind in boxing when she chooses to hang up the gloves. What does she leave behind? Her legacy. And that's my concern. That her legacy is not going to be strong enough to sustain as the greatest female American boxer. And it's just a matter of time before one of these UK girls comes out of nowhere in 5 years after she retires and breaks her records. And now what? And now what? Our American female champion didn't set the bar high enough. She didn't set the bar high enough. She didn't have enough fights, defenses. She didn't have a run. She doesn't have a run. And as you can see, like I'll put it back up. Look at her run. This is what I'm saying. These are my concerns. These world titles, it says right here on the bottom. Look at the belt she owned right here, and look at her run on August 17th. One defense. August 17th for the middleweight because it was the same fight for the belt on the line. So that's actually, so the next person only has to do 2. It's not like you got 34 defenses, 27, 16, 17. You put up a run. Your run consists of one. Your next run, 2, your next, which is the same date, which it actually is the same thing. God damn it. It's all the same date. Oh, and then the last one was 1. Her run is not going to be, her legacy, what she leaves behind, the bar that she set for the next female to beat the great Claressa Shields. What is it going to take to beat her records? 2 fights. 2 female fights can break her records. That's my concerns. Is that bashing? Am I hating now? Because I'm showing my concern. I don't think her records are going to last the test of time. How about Amanda, 7 divisions for a female? Now that's the record, my friend. That shit might last for a long time. She still hasn't hung up the gloves to beat the female knockout. Fuck around and Amanda. Where's Amanda? Hey, listen. Why don't you put Amanda in with a 42-year-old girl with 2 years boxing experience and no knockout ratio? Let's make it fair. That was with Claressa Shields fought. I bet you Amanda gets the knockout record then. And when she knocks out the 42-year-old with 5 fucking professional fights and no knockout ratio, you know what the fans will say? The reason why she broke the record is because you put her in with a cat driver. But Claressa Shields can do it, and she could be reviewed the next day as the GOAT. The double standards, it's crazy. It's crazy. They look the other way for Claressa Shields. Why? I don't know. But if Amanda Serrano does that, if it was the same thing. If Claressa Shields would have fought that girl, Scott, and Amanda would have fought last night, a girl with the exact same qualifications, nothing changed. 42 years old, 5 fights, 3.5 years boxing experience, and 0% knockout ratio. Now go. Amanda knocks her out. What would the boxing fans say the next day? Go. Would they say that, no, Amanda broke that fucking record? That was straight up. Nope. They're going to say, yeah, because they dressed her up. They put her in with this fucking 42-year-old girl. No wonder she broke the record. But Claressa Shields can beat that same girl with the same record and be viewed as what? The GOAT? The double standards is crazy. But they don't see themselves. The Claressa fans do not recognize themselves. They talk over all your points. They don't want to address what's true. They just want to address their opinion and what they feel. But she did this. But she did that. Yeah, but she only did it once. One time. It's not going to take 2 fights. Claressa's fucking resume is out the window. 5 years when them women divisions are fucking stacked and rich with female competition, and all those young girls start coming up, and all the other girls start pushing through, and those divisions, and now boxing wants to continue to promote women boxing. The best way to do that, make world title fights. And those world title fights are going to kick off like this, like nobody's business. And I'm telling you, in 5 years, Claressa will not have not one single record in the female fucking, she won't be the number 1 in anything, in no category. Not one accomplishment that she did, that shit's going to get beat too fast. Her legacy is not, she doesn't, fuck, man. See, Naoya, anyway, he has 7 title defenses on all 4 belts. That's a record in men's boxing that's probably not going to be beat for about 30, 40, 50 years. It's going to take a long time for somebody to beat that record. They're going to have to defend the belts 8 times. And he's not done, so he might defend those belts 8 times, and the next person would have to win all 4 belts. Remarkably, you know they're going to go back to see how he won his 4 belts because it only took Naoya anyway 6 months to get all 4 belts, right? And he would have, now he's probably going to be scheduled to defend them for the 9th time. So, or the 8th time. And then you would have to come make a fighter that would have to do it 9 times. That's a record that's going to stand the test of time. That record that Terrence got, all 3 divisions, all 4 belts. That's a record that's going to stand the test of times. Mayweather has records in the Hall of Fame, and those are records that stand the test of times. Claressa will be in the back of the line in a few short years. No one's passing Mayweather right now. You're not going to catch him. Terrence couldn't pass Mayweather, but Terrence got his own accolades. He don't need to pass him. He got something Mayweather never had. So that's why Terrence when you gotta have your shit. You don't have to always necessarily match the person. You can have something they don't have. Do that. You see what I'm saying? Amanda Serrano, 7 divisions. Claressa don't got that. Claressa don't got that shit. Amanda's been undisputed. Claressa's been undisputed. Okay? You might have got it in more divisions, but your divisions are very questionable. And because of that, you think you're doing Claressa Shields a favor by just simply acknowledging what you're doing is enabling her behavior. That's all you're doing. You're thinking by awarding her, it doesn't matter around when she did it, but you don't understand the severity to it. Yeah, she did it. It's not going to be stand around. And then what you're going to have to say is, she did it in her era. Now the girl is doing it in this era. You're going to turn into that fan. You're going to have to. Because you never acknowledged that your champion wasn't actually strong. You just agreed with everything. You didn't care who she fought. You went out and watched the fight. You bought into the whole image. And you never questioned the durability in her championship run. Now it became fucking fur coats and fucking bathing suits. Her resume is a smokescreen, unfortunately. And I'm sad about that. Because I think she bought into it. She's not going to give you any more. Claressa at 31, what do you think? She's going to start fighting 26 years old, the top of the food chain? Or is it going to get worse from here? And you guys enabled it. You guys enabled it, made her believe that that's all she had to do to be the GOAT. She went and got a chain, big-ass chain, and everybody bought it. You're going to turn into that fan. A few short years. Well, she did it in her era. She's doing it now in her era. That's why she passed Claressa. Well, when Claressa was in her era, she was this. No, she had accomplished very little, man. One fight. Fuck out of it, man. Jesus Christ, bro. Her shit is not going to stand. That's unfortunate. But Amanda's shit will. Another chick's going to have to come out. She's going to have to get 8 divisions to beat Amanda. Good luck. Good luck with that one. Do 8 divisions. So, look, man, fight fans, thank you for tuning in here. Another edition here of Round One Sports Talk, man. Look, man, double standards is wild, bro. Yes, man. Listen, Claressa is a hater, and her fans are delusional. Listen, look, man, look. I don't want to fucking sit here and disagree or bash Claressa Shields fans. Listen, for every Claressa Shield fan out there, I want you to hear me loud and clear. Damn, my computer's like breaking up right now, real bad. like real bad. The feed was going out real bad, or on my end anyway. It's lagging real bad. I'm gonna cut this off, but I just want to leave you with this. If it actually comes out and you can hear it later, uh, remain a Claressa Shields supporter. Do not stop supporting Claressa Shields. I don't promote hate. I promote equality. Okay. I'm not against you guys. I support boxing. A little back and forth from the ladies and our opinions. It's all opinion based at the end of the day when you don't talk with facts. So that's why I choose to talk with the facts. And please, uh, I can show love to both these girls. And I could always publicly come out and say, as a man, I love Amanda Serrano and I love Claressa Shields. I actually support both fighters. This was a part of a conversation. That's it. This was just a conversation about their careers and what they're doing. It's up to you as a fan what you're into. If Amanda's not your cup of tea, she's not your cup of tea. If Claressa is right up your alley, then that's your girl. I suggest you support her. Okay? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people say about your favorite fighter. What matters is you as a supporting fan and what you like to watch. Right? I don't go to your house and change your channel. Don't come to mine and change mine. Okay? So at the end of the day, support your fighter, support boxing. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that somewhere down the line, these ladies could, you know, come to an agreement and understand they don't got to play nice, but I hope they work together because it would be amazing to see Claressa Shields on an MVP card fighting those girls over there now, wouldn't it? So anyway, fight fans, thank you for tuning in. Love yourselves. I'm on to the next one after this one here at Round One Sports Talk. You guys have been the best. Peace. This is Lag.